Hello everyone. My name is Joelle and welcome to this 10-minute yoga practice for the piriformis muscle in our glutes and for Piriformis syndrome. No equipment needed for today. We'll just get started. Come to a comfortable position lying on your back, keeping the feet flat at first. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee and start pulling that knee towards the opposite shoulder. So right knee coming towards left shoulder. And you can hold on with one or both hands. You might close the eyes here and just start to notice how that area is feeling. Taking some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And settling into that sensation. And then you can gently release hold of the knee. Keep the ankle where it is, crossed over the left knee. And you might either keep the left foot planted to the mat, or if you'd like to go a little bit further, you can start to pull the left knee in towards the chest, holding on either behind the left thigh or perhaps in front of the shin, in our supine pigeon pose. Beautiful. So let's release that. And we'll try the other side. So crossing the left ankle over the right knee now. I'm starting to pull that left knee towards the right shoulder. Using one or both hands, sending the breath towards the glutes. So our piriformis muscle is part of the hip rotator muscles. And it's a really important muscle in terms of how we walk as well, because it helps us to properly shift our weight and also to avoid falling as we walk. Very nice. So let's release that knee. We'll keep the ankle crossed over the opposite knee. And again, you could keep that right foot planted, maybe pressing the left knee away. Or if you'd like to take it further, you could pull the right knee towards the chest, holding on with both hands. And just enjoying that nice deep stretch. So a combination of stretching and strengthening today. Really nice. And let's release that. Gently setting both feet down, and then we'll roll onto our right side, bending the knees in front of the body, coming up onto the right forearm, and we'll just start clamshelling that top leg open and close. So lifting up the left knee and then bringing the knees together, just going at your own pace here. Keeping those nice deep breaths going in and out through the nose. These start to burn pretty quickly, so you might already be feeling these. Great job. And now let's bend the knees behind us now, so feet behind the body, and we'll lift up into a modified side plank. So squeezing the glutes and engaging through the abs. Just holding here, you can do it. Just here for a few breaths. Squeezing the legs together. And then setting down. And you can either repeat that modified side plank, or if you'd like, you can come into full side plank by extending the legs. Here we go. And lifting the hips up off the mat once more. So again, squeezing everything nice and tight. Congratulating yourself. Side planks are not easy. This is a tough one for me as well. So good that we're in this together. And we're done. Very nice. Now we'll roll onto our stomachs. And you might rest the forehead onto the back of the hands if that's comfortable. And once you've arrived, we'll bend the left leg now and start to lift that knee off the mat. So again, just little pulses here. And every time you pulse up, think about squeezing your left glutes. And you can flex through that foot. Imagine stamping the foot onto the ceiling. And we'll release that motion and try the other side. So bending the right knee now and stamping a hole in the ceiling with that foot. Squeezing and engaging the right glutes every time you press up. So Piriformis syndrome can happen if the piriformis muscle is irritated and irritates our sciatic nerve, which can cause a lot of pain along that nerve. And we'll release that motion, very nice. And roll on onto our other side, so we're up on the left forearm now. And we'll be clamshelling that right knee open. And I'll turn around in a second so you can see through the magic of technology. So we're just opening and closing that right knee, going at your own pace, still keeping some activity in the glutes. And I do also have a 10-minute sciatica video, which would pair nicely with this one if you have a little bit more time. So I'll link that one down below. Beautiful. Let's try those side planks now. So first, bending the knees with the feet behind us and lifting up. And you could keep your right hand on the mat, or you might bring it to your right hip. Holding up, lifting the hips just an inch higher if you can, squeezing everything together. Holding here for one more breath. And then setting it back down. And then again, you choose if you'd like to repeat that or extending the legs, squeezing them together, and once more the hips come up off the mat. Pressing down into the forearm. Pressing away from that left shoulder, not sinking into it. Almost there. And then we can set those hips down. We're all done with our side planks. Good news for all of us. Very nice. So let's just turn over now, sitting down, coming to a nice comfortable seat, and we'll cross the right foot over the left thigh. And keeping that left leg extended, you might hug the knee in towards the chest, bringing it towards that left shoulder once more. And maybe looking over the right shoulder in a nice seated twist. So this is kind of a version of that stretch we did in the beginning, bringing opposite knee and shoulder closer together. Really nice deep stretch for the piriformis here. And then we'll gently release that, coming back to center. You can shake it out a little bit if you'd like. And then we'll try the other side. So bringing the left foot over the right leg now, hugging the knee in towards the chest, perhaps bringing it closer to the right shoulder, and twisting to look over the left shoulder. And if you have seen my video about the 5 yoga poses that we should all do every day, you will know that seated twist has so many benefits. So this is one of my favorite versions of it right here. And of course, you can do this video as often as you would like. So well done to you for trying it out today. Beautiful. We'll release that twist. And coming to a seat, we're just going to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Just, again, finding your own rhythm here. Maybe moving with your breath. Just kind of exploring that rotation of the hip, for which the piriformis muscle is so important. Fun fact, the word piriformis actually comes from the Latin for pear-shaped. So you can imagine a pear-shaped muscle in our glutes. And the next time you're over on the right side, let's hold it here. And we're going to fold ourselves towards that right foot. And this is a really deep stretch for many of us. So we've got both legs at kind of a 90-degree angle. And imagine you could touch your head to the foot. And some of you might actually be able to do that, in which case I'm really impressed. Very nice. We'll come back up and try the other side. So swiveling the hips over, facing down towards that left foot, our front foot, and maybe lowering the upper body a little bit closer to that foot. And if that's too much for today, you can always sit up tall as well. All I care about is that you feel the stretch in those glute muscles. Very nice. Let's release. Coming out of that one, I'm sure we're all grateful to be done with it. Then we'll come back into a seat, bringing the soles of the feet together into a diamond shape and bringing them a little bit further away from the body, so kind of a wide cobbler's pose or butterfly pose here. And you could sit up tall with the hands propped behind you, or again you might find a nice forward fold, just stretching out kind of both sides of the glutes at once here, closing the eyes, breathing deeply. And do remember that even just with these 10 minutes a day, you have made a difference in your bodies and minds. If you'd like to spend 10 additional minutes on your mat today, do try that sciatica routine I mentioned, or perhaps my glute and hip massage one, another nice option. If you enjoyed this, please do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for joining me today. Well done, and namaste.